Okay, today, we continue the chapter 10, Jordan canonical form. Okay, and we covered how to find the Jordan canonical form by using the dot diagrams, and which is based on the main theorem, to find the number of point dot in the first row and second row and third row in the dot diagrams. Okay. Next, in section 10.2, we will study the generalized eigenvectors. In this section, we learned the theory and method for finding. In section 10.1, we learned the theory and the method for finding the Jordan canonical form JA, such that P inverse AP is equal to JA. In this section, we will examine a method for finding the matrix P, invertible matrix P, or unitary matrix P, okay, or real orthogonal matrix P. The first, just the invertible matrix P, okay, in the above equation here. This method utilizes the concept of generalized eigenvectors. Okay. This can be found in this web address. Okay. Actually, I have a full detail on the generalized eigenvectors in here, so you can download it and go through this about 8-9 pages of the lectures, and it also had more information on the matrix polynomial and the minimal polynomials. But you don't have to go through up to here. All you have to do is just know up to the page 13. Okay, there are full details of this. In this, in our textbook, we only introduced on the generalized eigenvectors in 3 pages. So it's short, but you will have enough information in the other reference that I provided. Okay, let A be a matrix, 4x4 matrix like this. Consider a matrix A. Then Jordan normal form is obtained by some similarity transformation. P inverse AP is equal to JA. So AP is equal to PJA. In this case, if we can write this one as A times matrix P is same as this, which is 1P1, and the second column is 2P2, and third column is 4P3, and last column is P3 plus P4. So here, so the first one, this 1 is eigenvalue, and 2 is eigenvalue, and 4 is eigenvalue, but the last one, this is looks a little different. Okay, so this gives the motivation for the generalized eigenvectors and how to find it. So from here, we can find a relationship like this. The first one like this. So eigenvalues, eigenvalue, eigenvectors. Here eigenvalues, eigenvectors. Here eigenvalues, eigenvectors. But the last one is like this. This is the relationship that we found from P inverse A, P is equal to Jordan canonical form. What kind of relationships are related in here? In order to examine it, we analyzed the kernel of those, and these ideas gives us the concept of generalized eigenvectors. It's not exactly eigenvector of the definition, but it generalized the concept of eigenvector. Here is the definition. A non-zero vector V is called a generalized eigenvector of a matrix A corresponding to an eigenvalue lambda if there exists a positive integer k such that A minus lambda is k's power times V is equal to 0. Then the smallest k such is called the order of generalized eigenvector of V. Generalized eigenvector V. Okay. Okay, thus the given eigenvalue lambda is corresponding Jordan block gives rise to a Jordan chain. Okay, this chain of length k corresponding to an eigenvalue lambda is a sequence of non-zero vectors p1 up to pk such that p1, ap1 is equal to lambda p1 and api is equal to lambda pi plus lambda pi minus 1 for these. This generator or lead vector PR of the chain is a generalized eigenvector such that this, where R is the size of the Jordan block. the vector P1 is an eigenvector corresponding to lambda, and this P I is the pre-image of Pi minus 1, okay, under A minus lambda I, like this. So with those, so the next thing is how to find the length of the Jordan chains. And this can be found in the reference that I gave you, and also the reference that I introduced to you. Here is the English version of the reference of others. This is my reference for you, and this is another information that you can easily find by the Google search. Okay, here, PDF, here, like this. Here you can find, you will be able to find the different, you will be able to find the many differences on the generalized eigenvectors. And these are the lecture note, which is well organized in English. So you will see what I said to you in here. And the extra informations can be found in here. For example, here. I have given you some more explanations. Jordan canonical form, and these are the informations that I gave you, and how to find it, and things, and how to. And there are some extra information. And also, I made a whole code of this, code of all these general eigenvectors, and I will show it in here. Okay. So I will continue how to find the generalized eigenvectors, how to find the Jordan canonical form in this section 10.3, Jordan canonical form and computer algebra system. Okay, here. Section 10.3. In practice, in order to find the Jordan canonical form of a 10 by 10 matrix, you need to find the roots of a characteristic polynomial of degree 10. And you have to factorize those polynomial to find the eigenvalues, and also you have to solve solve the linear system of equation to find the corresponding eigenvectors, linear independent eigenvectors, and you have to make a power of the matrices. And so a lot of computations are involved to do finish to finding the Jordan canonical form. But in order to calculate, so we can get help with the computer algebra systems, such as Mathematica or Maple or MATLAB, etc. But I chose the better software that we can freely use. The recently developed open source software, Sage, we will use that to calculate all those above. The use of software for computationally complex matrices is necessary in an interesting technological society. Thank you. So here, the Jordan canonical form. This is the one that I made with my student. This is undergraduate student when he was a sophomore in my department. So I helped him to go through this, and he rewrite it in his word to explain it. Here, in this website, you will find the definition of Jordan canonical form and definition of generalized eigenvectors, and you may see this here. Then you will see how you can find the Jordan canonical form, and how do you. Okay, here you will see the code for doing how to find the Jordan canonical form and generalized eigenvectors that makes Q inverse AQ is equal to a Jordan canonical form like this. Okay, and next, here I made the English version of this in here with my master's student, Victoria, in English. So as you see here, Jordan canonical form, the English version, here, if you have a 4 by 4 matrix like this, then you will see the Jordan canonical form of this matrix like this. Okay? And what? So like this, the Jordan canonical form of this, like this, and Jordan canonical form of the matrix, of the given matrix, like this, and like this, of the bigger size. The same code works if you just put the right matrix using the same code like this. Okay, this is a simpler version. But here, after that, I made the whole details with this. This is the Jordan canonical algorithm, and which I finished with my co-worker Ajit Kumar from India. Okay, this has whole details with the Sage code. So I will introduce you here. That covers everything that you need. Here, there are a couple of errata that I found, so I'll fix it so you won't be worried. Don't need to be worried. Okay, in here, yeah, we will introduce how to compute the Jordan canonical form of a given matrix. Okay, and the generalized eigenvectors. Yeah, you know how to find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and you know how to compute this and solve this linear system of equations. So to find the eigenvalues, what you need? You need the characteristic polynomial, and this is the factor of those characteristic polynomials. So you know the one is A has the only one eigenvalue, which is 1, and whose algebraic multiplicity is 3. And from there, you can find the eigenvectors from here yeah, you can solve this, and so you can find the eigenvector like this, one linear independent eigenvector, and so, and also you do the same thing that you did to find the dot diagrams and R1 and R2, R3. In order to do, you need to compute this and find the number of linear independent eigenvectors that gives you a dot diagrams. R1 and R2 and R3 is like this. The difference of Ri's gives you the number of Jordan blocks of size 1 by 1, and this gives you the number of Jordan blocks of 2 by 2, and this gives you the number of Jordan blocks of 3 by 3, and like this. Okay? Okay. So this, I coded this to do the computation. Suppose we have a matrix like this of large size, then if this is 11 by 11 size matrix. Find the Jordan canonical form. We will go through all the details with this. Okay? The Jordan canonical form of that matrix is like this. It's 11 by 11. But how we could define it? Transition matrix is like this. This is a matrix, invertible matrix P. So P inverse AP is equal to this Jordan canonical form. Then now I explain how we were able to find the P and the Jordan canonical form of A, JA. We start. First, this is a characteristic polynomial of the given matrix A, the polynomial of degree 11. Solve this like this. What this says? This says it has two distinct eigenvalues. One is 5 and the other is 3. One has algebraic multiplicity 2, the other one has algebraic multiplicity 9. Okay? For the eigenvalue 5, try. For 5, this algebraic multiplicity is 2. And we have two linear independent eigenvectors. One here and the other one here. Okay, so this is okay. We have two 1 by 1 Jordan block for this lambda eigenvalue 5. Next. For eigenvalue 3, this has algebraic multiplicity 9. But how many linear independent eigenvectors? How many? Only 3. So we have 3 Jordan blocks. We have 3 Jordan blocks. That's the geometric multiplicity. It's 3 now. Algebraic multiplicity 9. What's the next step we have to do? We have to find what's the size of those 3 Jordan blocks. Adding of those should be 9. What's the size of this? In order to do so, what we need? We need to do what? We need a dot diagram. Okay? Or generalized eigenvectors. Either way. But Jordan dot diagram is much easier to find it. So find the rank of this matrix. Okay. Since we took a time, so we need to okay, here we need a matrix here. Then we can start. Okay. Okay, so for this matrix, R is 9 by 9 matrix, so we have found the rank of this is 8, and this the R1 is 3, and we found the rank of this, so difference is 6. So next, the rank of this is 3, so R3 is 8, and so this rank of this is 2, so alpha should be 9. So with those information, now we have R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5. So the difference of those gives us so S1 and S2 and S3 and S4, which means what? Which means the size of the one is 4 by 4, the other one is 3 by 3, and the last one is 2 by 2, which gives us this is a 11 by 11 matrix of the 2 here, the 9 by 9 Jordan blocks like this. 3 of them. One is 4 by 4, one is 3 by 3, the other is 2 by 2. Like this. Just by computing the rank of the certain matrices. Also, we can solve this linear system of equations to find the linear independent vectors, generalized eigenvectors, to find the matrix phi, transition matrix phi. Okay. That's it. So you can use those codes to do any other problems. Okay. Next example. This is a Jordan canonical form. This is a new example. Find the Jordan canonical form of this matrix. So we define a matrix of size 6 by 6. Find the Jordan canonical form of this. Same like what we did. Okay. This characteristic polynomial is this. Factor is this. And so we have eigenvalues, 2 eigenvalues with the algebraic multiplicities, respectively. Then find the eigenvalue of this. This is a minus, not plus. This is minus, and the eigenvalue is I, so this is different. Okay, anyway, so do the same computation and find the rank of it. And do the same computation to find the R1 and R2s and R3s. And so we continue the same computation like what we did. Then we were able to find the Jordan blocks like this. So with this Jordan block, if we multiply it, then see what's the Jordan canonical form of the given matrix. It's like this. This is 6 by 6 matrix with eigenvalue 1 by 1 Jordan block, and 3 by 3 Jordan block, and 2 by 2 Jordan blocks like this. If we find the transition matrix P with the algorithm that we developed, then the matrix P is here. So would you check the P inverse AP is J? That says it's true. So we have found the Jordan canonical form and the transition matrix P, which works. Next. This is a full detail of how to find the generalized eigenvectors of a given matrix. This is the coding for this the finding the generalized eigenvectors. Finding the generalized eigenvectors with this gives us the first one and the other 2 vectors, which makes generalized eigenvectors. Form a column matrix with those 6 vectors, so that we now have a transition matrix P. So think about the S inverse times A times S, which is this. As you see, this is a Jordan canonical form of the given matrix. Same, isn't it? So I have shown you 2 methods. First one, we found the Ri's, so from the Si's, and with that dot diagram, so you have a Jordan canonical form J, the Jordan canonical form. Then you checked whether that was the right Jordan canonical form or not. And in that process, you were able to see the Jordan canonical, the transition matrix P. Second part, you found the generalized eigenvectors. So you form a transition matrix P, and you just transition matrix S. Here you did check whether the S inverse AS is equal to Jordan canonical form or not. And this was the Jordan canonical form that we found in the earlier. So they are same. So it's true. So that works. Next example. This example gives you the same thing. Find the eigenvalues, eigenvectors, and this is eigenvalue has eigenvalue 1 of algebraic multiplicity 1 and 3 of algebraic multiplicity 5, and you do the computation of this eigenspace, right? This gives you a linear independent eigenvectors, and it gives you the algebraic geometric multiplicity. Here, we have coded all at once. So R1 is here, R2 is here, R3 is here. So S1 and S2, S3 is here, which means you have two 1 by 1 Jordan block and two 2 by 2 Jordan block and one 3 by 3 Jordan block, like this, isn't it? Here, 1 by 1. Okay, that's what I intended. And the calculation of Jordan basis, this means Jordan chains, the basis for the Jordan chains. This gives you the whole detail of the computations that you need the algorithm which works. So this gives you how to find the Jordan canonical forms. And that's characteristic polynomials, eigenvalues, eigenspaces, and gives you what? The linear independent eigenvectors, give you Ri's and Pi's, Si's and Mi's, which gives you a Jordan canonical form, and then Jordan the transition matrix, which gives you what? Like this. This is a Jordan canonical form J, and this is a transition matrix P. So this is actually it ended with these 3 lines of it. All of the above were combined in here, like this. Jordan canonical form of this. Actually, this was made in here. Actually, I added a Sage code which can be found in here. So spooky. Here, here's the code for this. If you learn it, then you have a 3 by 3 matrix like this. Then you can add or subtract or whatever. And here, matrix property, I added new Jordan canonical form code here. This gives you a Jordan canonical of the given matrix, and that's it. And you may change this, but still, you have a Jordan canonical form of this. Even with the complex eigenvalues. Okay. So with this simple code, you will, if you exercise this for what? Size 6 by 6, 6 like this, and it's randomly generate the 6 by 6 matrix. If you add these 2 matrices, then you have a different matrix C. This is matrix C. Here you can find what? You can find what? You can find the rank of this matrix. You can find the transpose of that matrix. You can find the nullity of this matrix. And you can find trace of that matrix. You can find the inverse of that matrix. You can find the determinant of that matrix. You can find the adjoint of that matrix. You can find the characteristic polynomial of that. And conjugate transpose of it, and norm of that matrix, and eigenvalue and eigenvectors, eigenvalues and corresponding eigenvectors, and what else? LU decompositions. This is L lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix, and this is QR factorization, and what else? What else? Singular value decomposition. This you can, you will be able to do so, and whatever, and daggers and corners and standard norm, inner product. I know inner product doesn't work because in order to do so, you need to a proper size of the matrices to do it. The 3 by, if you give a vector, then you will have like this. 6 by 1. Okay, 6 by 1. Then you have a 6 by 1 matrix like this. Okay, for this matrix A, you can find what? By 1 matrix, you can find what? Inner product of the A and those two vectors. Okay, like this. And the cross product, or cross side, yes, projection of B onto the span of A, and like this. These are all were made by us, so you can use it to whenever you need. Okay? This is my present for you to finish our lecture here. So Jordan canonical form can be found in here, and the Korean version here, English version here, and all the detail with the code which is working here, and this matrix calculator shows everything that you have learned. Most of the computation you have learned in the from this introductory linear algebra class. So now you know the theory of the introductory linear algebra, but also you are able to compute not only a small size but also the larger size, and you can explain it. So next thing is the problems that you solve. So I will give you the chance to explain your solutions to the others before the exams. Any questions? This is about 500 some pages here, and I have added some extra informations in the book, and yeah, those are the pictures that were taken just before the International Congress of Mathematicians in 2014 at Seoul, and they were sitting with me, and these are the references here. These are the references. So actually here, this web manual, I think this will help you also. These are special presents for you. This is a LAM manual for linear algebra. Here, I made all the code for you. Here, the inner product and norms, and inner product and projections, and distance between the laws, and linear system of equations, finding RREF, and do the Gauss-Jordan eliminations, and the matrix addition product, transpose, and inverse, finding inverse by RREF, and solving linear system of equation by RREF, and special matrices, symmetric matrix, or the skew symmetric matrices, find the permutations, even permutation, odd permutations, and finding determinant, finding the adjoint, and find the inverse, find the characteristic polynomials, eigenvalues, and finding the linear transformation of those given ones, and whether check they are injective, and the ranges and codomains, and also checking the given matrices whether orthogonal matrix or not, and geometric meanings, and how the linear transformation effect. It was 3 and now it's 4. It's expanded by twice, like this. Rotated it, and these are the kind of linear transformation that we have done in chapter 5 actually, or chapter 6. And this shows you how this change, this linear transformation works. This is with this one image, we were able to generate all the different size and rotated and duplications of it. whether check given matrix is given vectors are linear independent or not, and finding length, and Gram-Schmidt also normalization process, and finding the transition matrices, and finding the ordered basis, and matrix diagonalizations, eigenvectors, and diagonalizations, and finding the Jordan canonical form, and finding the singular value decompositions, the eigenvectors, and do it, and do right eigenvector, left eigenvectors, find the singular values of it, and find the pseudo-inverse. And for the general vector space, we are dealing with the vectors and matrices with the complex entries, and also, here, and Wronskians, like that. So you give all the necessary codes you have covered throughout this semester. Any questions? I think this is the end of our lecture. There is a sample exams that you can find. Our midterm exam, the solution for our midterm exams can be found in here. Okay, this was the midterm exam that we had, and the final exam that I gave in the spring semester can be found in here. This is the 2015, the final exam of the spring semester of 2015. And you may see how it worked. And simple exams and midterms and finals and project and participations as well. I think that will do it. Anything left? I think that's the end of it. And thank you for your participation to finalize whole course of this. And this new book has recently got this ISBN number, so that you can freely use, which is my last present to you. Okay, any questions?